Hello, welcome to Ziangs Food Shop. Hey, I got that bit wrong. Hello, welcome to Ziangs Food Workshop. I'm Chin, and this is my mum, Choo.
Yeah, it's Choo's here today.
Definitely is, yeah, yes.
Definitely. There's no other one called Choo. No, definitely it's me.
Yep.
Why?
So what are we doing today?
What are we doing today?
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to do chili shredded chicken.
Exactly. Also called crispy shredded chili chicken. Also shredded crispy chili chicken. It's got a number of names.
However you want to call it, or some other people call it differently, it's sort of the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's all the same thing.
Yeah, it's chicken.
And also, like we always say, there's always different variations of each recipe. This is just one, and like
we are cooking it for you.
Yeah, and then there are always variations. We've done a beef version of this. I'm going to be doing a different sauce and a different batter. It doesn't mean one is better than the other. It just means that it's a different kind of recipe. It's subjective to you. Personally, we do prefer one over the other.
Yeah.
For chicken and beef, we tend to prefer it with the custard powder, but lots of places won't do it with that. So we're showing you without today. So if you're wondering why we're not putting it in, that's why. Okay?
Yeah, it's a different way.
A completely different way, that's it. Okay? So we'll get on with that. So first you're going to need some chicken breast, and this is just one whole breast I've cut up into thin slices like this. Strips, yeah. I find it easier if you slightly freeze it first, so put it in the freezer for an hour, then take it out and cut it. You don't want it frozen solid, otherwise it's really difficult to cut. And you don't want it too soon, because otherwise it's just like cutting raw chicken. It's quite difficult to get thin.
You see, you can see the strip is look quite nice, you know.
Yeah, you can. If it's not cold enough, it can tear the flesh.
Yes.
Which is what you don't want.
No. If you want to, you can tear it. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's completely up to you.
Completely up to you.
Now we're going to make the flour, and this is going to be the base and the coating. So you have a base coating, some egg, and then you have the full coating at the end. And we have 8 teaspoons of So we have 8 tablespoons.
Potato. Is it when
Sorry, I need a woods burp. How rude. Yeah, potato starch. 1/3 teaspoon of salt.
Yeah, salt. And
a 1/3 teaspoon of MSG, the magic pixie dust. Not optional. And 1/2 teaspoon
of
this black pepper. You want to mix that together. So there we go. Now we're going to put this chicken into here, okay?
Yeah.
And you just want to coat it.
It's cold outside, get a coat on.
You enjoyed that way too much.
There's nothing wrong with it, enjoying, isn't it?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
And we're going to put it back into the bowl. Also, people have commented on how there's lots of seasoning goes into this. Yes, you're correct, but not all of that salt and MSG is going to be on the chicken for a start, and you want to season a little often instead of all at one time. It's what all the good chefs do. If you watch any good chef in a video, they'll season a lot and often. Just for some reason, people like to point it out on our videos because, I don't know what it is. Little and often, not a lot and often, is what I meant to say.
Go and pick on somebody else, huh? For once. Boiling up now.
What? See what?
People comments are, there's no need to be so...
What's the dicky?
So rude. Just behave.
Yeah, just behave. You're full-blown adults as well.
Yeah.
That's not all of you, that's just a
tiny bit of it, yeah. Don't worry, be happy.
Doing this in a commercial kitchen is a nightmare. It takes forever. Usually we use a colander for this bit. So in goes 1 egg white.
Egg white, yes.
What we're going to do with this, Mum?
We're going to mix it around again.
And what the first layer does is helps the egg white stick.
And now we're going to put it in again.
You can put it in bit by bit like this if you want, or you can get chunks and just whack them in and then break them up later on. It's easier the first way, but way more time consuming.
You just need to just separate them.
And then you're just going to coat the chicken.
Yes, like if you have in a commercial kitchen, they've got the big wall, or you put them all in, you just break it. It's easier. Where you're at home, it's a bit more difficult, isn't it?
No, I mean in terms of coating,
yeah.
Not in terms of cooking.
It'd be good to get them all mixed up, yeah? Coat it, I mean not mix up. Do you know what I mean?
You want to be slightly gentle as well, because you don't want to knock all that batter off. You can
just give it a tiny squeeze on it, so the potato starch will
stick a little bit
into the meat.
And there we go, that's nicely coated. So this is ready to fry. So we're going to fry this twice. We'll show you the first time, and then the second time we'll do it 20 minutes later. And what that does, it really dries out the outside and makes it crispy. So what we have here is some veg oil on the heat, and we're going to deep fry the battered chicken in this. We've got some paper next to us here, kitchen towel, Simply drain it off. 20 minutes later, refry it when it's ready to go. Or when you're ready to go with it. A lot of people have asked if you can freeze this. Yes, you freeze it after the first fry. Takeaways will bag these up into portions and put them into the freezer. And what they'll do is normally fry them from frozen. Yeah. You can do it from fresh, but the batter tends to fall off.
Yeah, best is from frozen.
Not fresh, from defrosted. Do it from defrosted. Okay, so this is now nice and ready. You take some and put some into your hot fat. Doesn't matter, like Mum said earlier, if they clump up, you can knock them back.
Yeah, just give them a nudge.
Like this. Yeah. And that will cause them to split apart.
Wow, look at that.
The trick is with this as well, is you want to really overcook it to get that chicken crispy on the inside. But we'll do that for the second fry. So
one person was saying, yeah, some you can do it in one go, but double fry it, make it crispier. So. And if you do one time, it takes a long time as well.
Okay, so we're going to take this out now and then refry it when we want to use it later. But for you, you'll see us making the sauce next. So we'll get on with that. So we're going to have to make a rudimentary sweet and sour sauce here. Some takeaways will do it like this. I hate those kind of sweet and sour sauces. I just think they've got such lack of flavour. But I mean, a lot of people who don't like our sweet and sour sauce because it's too flavourful, this is probably going to be one for you. Into this, got 100 grams of sugar, 200 mils of water, 70 mils of double concentrated orange squash, 50 mils of, we're using rice wine vinegar, but some places will just use normal white vinegar. This is Amoy. 5 heaped tablespoons of ketchup. Now, the places that will be doing this are really like greasy spoony versions of takeaways, but people love them and I like them as well. So I'm not saying it's bad, it's just, it's a little bit like the difference between Bisto and homemade gravy. We're going to put 1 star anise in this. You don't have to. If you don't like it, don't bother. This is just for a slight hint of more aroma than what's in the ketchup.
Yes.
I'm going to put literally a tiny bit of red food colouring into this. We sell that on the web store, chinandchew.com. So we're just going to bring this to the boil. I mean, some real cheap places won't even put the orange juice in. It would just be vinegar, ketchup, and sugar, and food colouring. Again, if you like that, you like that.
Yes.
Like I said, just different versions. Okay, so we brought this to the boil. I'm just going to knock off the heat, and that's all you want to do. As long as all that sugar in there has dissolved, that's all you care about. I'm going to put that to the side.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this one we're going to use some of our seasoned oil. If you want the video for this recipe, will be up there, and I'll also put it in the description below. So we're going to put about 1.5 teaspoons of this oil in. We're going to let that get hot.
What? Let's get up to here.
Really? Yeah. Okay, so when it's hot, you want to put in your onions. So we've got about half an onion here. And what we're making today will feed about 2 people. Or 1 me. Just want to get some nice colour on those onions. And then we're going to throw in our carrots. So there's about half a medium carrot there sliced, and 1/4 of a green and 1/4 of a red pepper there sliced. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of MSG. Yep. Just want to brown off that MSG for that rich flavour. That takeaway classic taste. As soon as you can smell the MSG, and it will smell like takeaway, 1 tablespoon of this Amoy's garlic. And we want to cook that garlic off for a little bit, so about 20-30 seconds. Some takeaways won't put the hoisin in. We like it because it adds a richer flavour, but we're using Amoy hoisin from the jar today. The exact same stuff you get from the tins. So just 1 teaspoon there. And you're going to cook that for a little bit, sort of caramelise it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put in about 100 mils of the sweet and sour you made, and about a tablespoon of sugar. To this we're going to add 2 teaspoons of dark soy. We're using Amoy's first extract today, and some chili flakes, about a teaspoon.
Yeah.
We're going to let that thicken up itself a little bit, because of the sugar in there, it won't take long. Once it's get a bit thick, that's when you put in your crispy chicken.
Yeah. Wow.
Don't miss the pan like I just did. And then you're just going to cover it. Yeah. You want to be quite quick because you don't want to overcook your
the sauce and everything.
Yeah, the peppers and.
Yeah. Wow, that looks amazing.
If you want more sauce, just double up on what I just said. And that's perfect for us. So let's just start. Right, so now we're going to go taste it, yeah, right, Mum?
Yes, definitely.
So, here we go, crispy chili chicken. Do you want me to hold it, Mum?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay.
Sure.
Crispy chili chicken. Here we come.
Look at that. Look at that. Will it focus? Focus. No, it won't focus. No, it's not going to focus.
The texture is really good. Bite into the crispiness.
So there you have it. Crispy chili chicken. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment what you'd like us to do in the future below. The more times it gets mentioned, the more likely it's going to get done. It's just how it works. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to all the patrons, channel subscribers. You've been a massive help. You've been absolute legends. Thank you very much for doing that for us as well. So yeah, stay safe. Wrong channel. There's another channel of mine. Don't worry about that. Mum.
Happy cooking, happy eating.